So you've just bought yourself a brand new Simrad sander and you want to connect up a brand new digital fuel flow meter. And that's what we're out here doing today. So, well, it stinks out here. They're just dredging the channel here. Freaking reeks. Just a little rundown. So the fuel sensor is under there. All you do is cut the hose, put it either side of the hose with a hose clamp, and then run the cable back up and around underneath the gunnels to the NEMA, which is there. So that cable here runs all the way back down in there and then back down to the fuel flow sensor. In order to set up your Simrad fuel gauges, the first thing you've got to do is obviously fill up your tank, which is what we're doing right now.
Yep.
Boom, full. So we're out in the Port Phillip Bay today, and we're out in the Haynes Hunter 680 SF. And we recently just swapped to the Simrad, so we've completely gone from analog to digital. Now, the fuel gauge has never really worked 100%. So instead of changing the actual float, which is normally inside your fuel tank, all we've done is installed a fuel flow meter, which actually goes into the fuel line. And once you set up your tank to maximum, which our tanks are 270 litres, so once you set that up in your Simrad, every information that is available to you will be available on the Simrad. When we were originally setting up the sounder for the fuel gauge, which on the new Simrad you can actually sort of customize your dash, so you can have all the gauges on there that you want. We couldn't get the fuel gauge to work properly, so Cap will show you exactly how he did it.
I'm just going to go through how we set up our gauges.
Yeah.
So first of all, you just got to decide on what you want on the screen. So we want obviously engine information. So we can resize that and make that in the middle what we want. So that's going to be our tacho. So then we'll tap that, caption, tacho. Right. So that is, if you wanted to put other stuff on the side, which we're not going to do at the moment. So let's go done with that. We'll add in, what else do we want? Speedo, how fast we're going. Do we want it in that type of gauge, like digital gauge, or an analog looking gauge, or half analog? We'll do half analog, right?
Half analog.
So we'll throw that there, and then we'll add what we want. So info, oh, I do apologise, here it is. Speed over ground. Right. There's our speed over ground. Well, we're not going to do 120, so we'll change the maximum value. We'll go 0, and we'll set it to
80 is probably our max.
Yeah, that's why you just put it between that. So that'll give us our kilometres an hour.
Yeah. Nice.
That'll give us our tacho.
We catching fish while we're talking.
I heard something go.
When? Good when.
Now, fuel gauge. So we'll
Yes, well that's what we're here for, the fuel
gauge. Because originally I was trying to add like an analog looking gauge.
Correct.
With the...
analog look.
Yeah, but it's actually, you can add a digital gauge. So you drop that out and then you tell it where to get the data from.
Right.
So you'll go to vessel.
Vessel.
And we'll scroll down and we'll go fuel level.
Fuel level. Lovely.
97%.
Now you're having trouble bringing that up before because you're trying to do it analog.
Yeah, correct. So because the signal coming in is actually a digital signal.
Yep.
Like it's a NEMA connection.
Yep.
If you try and use the analog, it won't connect.
You won't read it.
No, because I was under the impression when it says analog, it's like
Converting.
the appearance of an analog gauge.
Okay.
But it actually
Is an analog.
is an analog, yeah.
And we were actually trying to run that off the fuel tank.
Yeah, but now we've got
the inflow.
Yeah.
So now we're just reading it from the inflow.
Yeah. So then we go, yep, done, we're happy with that. And then we want to add more gauges. So you go gauge, we'll go another digital. So you can keep on adding the same digital, but when you click that info, you basically tell it where to get the information from. So what do we want to do? We've done fuel level. We'll do, what do we want to do? Fuel used this trip. 6.4 litres so far.
Alright.
Right. And then if you, so you can just change the name, you just type in fuel used. So, you know, it's not abbreviated, you know exactly what it is. We're back. So once it's all set up, go back, trip intel.
Trip intel.
Bang.
Okay.
Right.
And alright, so
How many litres we've got left?
this is everything about our fuel consumption
Yep.
that you're going to need to know when you're travelling. Hang on a minute.
Give it a wind. Just keep tension on it. How rude.
There he
Out
is.
of the bar. Here he is.
Yeah, little bandy.
Yeah, back to the fuel consumption. We've done
course,
10 kilometres, so
10 kilometres,
5 k's out, or 10 k's out. Obviously, a little bit of running around. We've used 6.4 litres.
Yep.
We're getting 1.5543 kilometres per litre. So a K and a half a litre of fuel. The max speed we've done 17.9 because we're just cruising around.
Yeah.
And this graph here shows you the maximum, fuel range circled is on a straight line, travel to empty. So we could go to past Tassie, right up to Tassie.
Yeah, because you go to Tassie on a fuel tank. Full tank.
Yeah.
There we go. I didn't know we could do that.
Well, cruising at our low speed.
Oh, the low speed, yeah. Okay.
Not hammering.
So if we're hammering along at about 40, 50k, it might be different.
Oh, we'd probably still get there.
But that would change as your
This is
speed
based
revs.
on our current information.
Yeah, so if you're travelling along a bit more speed, that obviously that range will change.
Well, it depends on what your fuel economy is.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Just coming back in now. And the fuel level is 96.4%. Fuel use is 9.5 litres.
Okay.
How many k's do we do?
Let's have a look. Trip intel. I'll tell you everything.
There we go.
So
We didn't
we
go too
did
far.
16.4 kilometres.
16.4 k's. Fuel 9.5.
And economy is 1.7 kilometres per litre.
We had no idea prior to prior to having the Simrad and the fuel flow meter in the fuel line to how much fuel we're actually using. And this device can be put on any fuel tank, can't it? If you've got this, obviously, this sounder.
Yeah,
Correct. That's the beauty of it. So you can convert your old boat, engine, everything, over to this new format, providing you've got the sounder, of course, and away you go. Well, there you have it. The installation of a fuel flow meter.
Yeah.
On the muffin man, he's the cap, and we're out.